everyone! It's time to tell a tale. My name is Jukie Davie, but you can just call me Jukie. Today I'm going to read a story to you all about tea parties. Well, it's about a spider who really wants to throw a tea party, but the problem is that she has no friends to throw the tea party for. So the story I'm going to read to you today is called Miss Spider's Tea Party by David Kirk. Since the story is all about tea parties, maybe I should dress up for a tea party. And, ooh, I like the hat. Now that I'm all dressed for a tea party, let's start our story. Miss Spider's Tea Party. One lonely spider sipped her tea while gazing at the sky. She watched the insects on the leaves and many flying by. If I had friends like these, she sighed, who'd stay a while with me, I'd sit them down on silken chairs and serve them cakes and tea. Two timid beetles, Ike and May, crept from the woodwork that same day, but when Miss Spider begged, "Please stay," they shrieked and dashed away. Four bumblebees buzzed by outside. "Please come to tea," Miss Spider cried. The four ignored her swaying there. She waved a tea towel in the air. She took a cup and tapped the glass. Then one bee spoke to her at last.
"We would be fools to take our tea with anyone so spiderly."
Aw, how sad. Within the shadows of the room, just peeking from behind a broom, 5 grinning faces bobbed and peered. Miss Spider smiled. Her heart was cheered. Descending for a closer look, she danced into the gloomy nook, but sadly found those jolly mugs belonged, alas, to rubber bugs. They weren't even real. Some ants strode in, they numbered 6, but ants with spiders will not mix. She brewed them tea from hips of roses. The proud platoon turned up their noses. A fine bouquet concealed its prize of 7 dainty butterflies. Butterfly. Miss Spider, watching from the wall, was not aware of them at all. The tea table was set for 8, with saucers, cups, and silver plate. The cakes were fresh, the service gleamed, yet no one would arrive, it seemed. Her company, in no demand, left her a cup for every hand. 9 spotted moths kept safe and warm, in shelter from a thunderstorm. They stood beneath an open sash and watched the jagged lightning flash. Miss Spider dropped down a thread, a silver tray above her head. She'd hoped to please them, but instead, they flew away in mortal dread. Oh, they left me all alone, she cried. She dabbed her eyes and sadly sighed. It's plain no bug will ever stay. Her tears splashed down upon the tray. 10 tiny steaming cups of tea were perched atop her trembling knee. She sipped and sobbed, then heard a cough, and turned to see a small wet moth. A fragile thing so soaked by rain, his wings too damp to fly again. She smiled and took a checkered cloth to cloak the frail and thankful moth. They tugged and snacked on tea and pie until his tiny wings were dry. Then lifting him with tender care, she tossed him gently in the air. The moth told Ike Then Ike told May, who went from bug, to say,
There is no reason for alarm. She's never meant us any harm.
So later on that afternoon, assembled in the dining room, 11 insects came to tea to share Miss Spider's courtesy. 12 tender violets in a vase presented at Miss Spider's place. Set by her chair, so neatly spun, she munched the blossoms one by one. Her friends were glad to see her feast upon the floral centerpiece. It was a great relief to see she ate just flowers and drank just tea. Miss Spider's reputation grew. Before too long our hostess knew each bug who crawled or hopped or flew, and all their lovely children too. The end. Wow, I really love tea parties. Sometimes I like to throw tea parties of my own. Do you ever like to have tea parties at home? I highly recommend it. It can be lots of fun. Inviting all your friends over, and you can have some tea or maybe juice if you prefer, and you can have cookies and cakes. It is very fun. Well, now that our story's all over, I don't really need my outfit anymore now, do I? Oh well. Until my next tea party. Whew. That is much better. Whew, that big hat was really getting in my way a little bit. Well, I hope you enjoyed your story today. It has taught us that things aren't always what they seem. If you enjoyed yourself, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I will see you next time when it's time to tell a tale. Goodbye, everyone!